Welcome to today's edition of Crypto Corner at InvestorIdeas.com. News on what's driving the cryptocurrency market. Hello everyone, this is Sam Mowers here. Welcome to episode 895 of the Crypto Corner podcast. For news today, Clean Spark's mining hash rate has increased 150% since January. NILE has achieved a Bitcoin production milestone, and Bitfrontier has purchased some new mining equipment. Just before we get into the news today, though, a quick reminder that if you enjoy this podcast, please feel free to share it or leave us a review. And as always, I recommend checking out some of the other podcasts on InvestorIdeas.com. This includes the Cannabis Podcast, the Clean Tech and Climate Change Podcast, along with many others, all of which will bring you up to speed on the latest stock news and trends in their respective spaces. Right, so Clean Spark Inc., which trades on the Nasdaq under the ticker CLSK, has announced that its Bitcoin mining hash rate has exceeded 5 exahash per second, representing an increase of 150% since January this year. The company has also surpassed its year-end guidance more than 60 days ahead of schedule and is raising its year-end hash rate guidance by 10% to 5.5 exahash per second as a consequence. Gary A. Vecchiarelli, that's CleanSpark's CFO, said, quote, "The effective deployment of our capital strategy has allowed us to exceed hash rate expectations. Crucial to that strategy has been our long-held commitment to selling a portion of the Bitcoin we mine to fund growth and operations. As our hash rate has grown, the amount of Bitcoin we produce has also grown, creating a virtuous cycle that has allowed us to seize opportunities for growth and expansion." End quote. Next up, today, NILE Holdings, Inc., which trades on the NYSEAmerican under the ticker symbol NILE, has achieved a Bitcoin mining production milestone of 500 Bitcoin mined to date at its Michigan data center. The company also announced today that its subsidiary, Alliance Cloud Services LLC, is now planning to launch enterprise data center services at that Michigan data center. Alliance Cloud Services, according to the press release, has developed a diversified site, including commercial real estate for office, warehouse, and distribution, a high-density computing data center focused on Bitcoin mining, and the announced enterprise data center with plans to offer hosting and co-location services for third parties. Lastly, for today, Bitfrontier Capital Holdings, Inc., which trades on the OTC under the ticker symbol BFCH, has purchased a new dry cooler to integrate with its liquid immersion system for its initial flagship facility in North Carolina. This will give the company a 1,000 kilowatt thermal cooling capacity, allowing it to run an extensive assortment of miners and networking equipment, allowing for a perfectly controlled temperature to extend the life of devices. A further excerpt from the press release reads, quote, "The company has received initial miners and begun unpacking them for rack mining while we wait for immersion setup to be built. Additional miners have been purchased and will be coming throughout the end of the year and into the 2023 year." End quote. That does it for today's Crypto Corner. If you would like to be a guest or sponsor for this podcast, contact InvestorIdeas.com. Investor Ideas reminds all listeners to read our disclaimers and disclosures on the InvestorIdeas.com website. And this podcast is not an endorsement to buy products, services, or securities. Investors are reminded all investment involves risk and possible loss of investment. To hear more InvestorIdeas.com podcasts, please visit InvestorIdeas.com/audio. And a reminder, you can also hear our podcasts on Apple Podcasts, Audible, Spotify, TuneIn, Stitcher, Spreaker.com, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, and most audio platforms available.